You mentioned Howard Finkel, and I always wondered this because I knew Howard very well,
Yeah.
and I always wondered how he received you, and did he help you, or was it kind of resistance initially?
Oh, it was very much so, and I didn't understand why, because I would talk to him about Howard. Because I
was
had
his gig.
respect for him, and I want everybody to know that. I just his delivery, what he did, and who. I wasn't trying to be a female Howard, and I told him, I said, Howard, you won't be able to wear the tux like I do either. So, let's just you're you, and which is great, and there's room enough here, because he wasn't doing what I was doing. Mel was doing it, and I eventually took over his spot, but it was also something, and this is Vince. Let Vince be Vince, and don't blame me. Go talk to Vince if you don't like it. Well, he wouldn't do that, but I would tell him, and that was the best way that I knew to get with him and show him the respect that I felt that he deserved. And then times is like, hey, Howard, it's not only just one person that needs to know everything. This is, and I always thought of it as a wheel. I said, there's a lot of spokes to this thing, and if the spokes get, out, then it kind of slows everybody up. So I said, can we all just have this information so this runs smoothly, that we don't have to go run after Howard? But Howard liked, and so you feed into that. Howard liked to have, he wanted people to come after him, and he wanted to be important. That's kind of where I'm stumbling into saying that, which that's fine. That's great. And you earn that. But he was always, I felt, it was very hard to work around him or try to do anything, to get him any information. It just wasn't going to happen. Just wasn't going to happen. There was never any fights. We were always cordial to each other. I never went any farther because I didn't want to know. I didn't care. I just knew I wanted to keep my job, and as long as I did it, and that I would hold on to it. But Howard was hard to work with, and I think too because of the intimidation and I would see him years later. I would go up to a show when WWE was near home, and I would call out. I never asked to go and run into the show. I would just say, hey, Howard, I'd be out there in the crowd, and he'd look, and he goes, what are you doing out here? And I said, just being part of the crowd. And I asked him how he was doing, and he would tell me, he goes, oh, they throw me a bone here and there. And I was like, he's never changed. It's poor Howard.